What's up, you guys? I am going to be stealing parts from a piece of crap NES controller to fix my controller. Stay tuned if you want to see that. Alright, you guys, look at there. Here we have a NES controller that is missing the plug. Okay, and I also know that inside the button pads are starting to go bad. We're going to use this old cheap controller, knockoff controller, to repair my original controller. Okay, you can see there it has the plug on the end of it. That's the only part we're really going to need. We'll probably take the whole cord off of this controller, take it apart, pull it out of there, and use just the cord. Alright, let's get going. Alright, the first thing you can see that I've done is I've already taken the cord out of the controller, and I split the wires up, and I pulled the plastic off the edge of the wires so that we have bare wires. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to test these wires to the plug and see which colors line up to the plug. You can see here I have my electrical tester, and I just stick the prong inside the ends of all the holes at the end of the plug and test one color at a time just to see what color that is. Okay, when I figure out which hole it is, I'm going to draw myself a little diagram just so I can see and remember which colors go to which holes, and then you'll see later in the video that I use this to connect the wires to my original controller. Okay, I pulled up a diagram on my computer just so I can see what the original NES controller looks like. From this, I end up drawing my own diagram just so I can know which colors belong to which hole. Okay. Next thing I want to do is I want to take apart my NES controller. I'm going to first look and make sure all the connections on the wires are still good, as well as take the motherboard out of the controller and change out the button pads. I might do a little bit of cleaning also. We'll see how bad it is. This one's pretty bad. You can see it's actually ripping, so yes, that's definitely going to need to be replaced. Good thing I ordered some replacement pads right here. Let me go ahead and drop those in. Once I've got them dropped in, I can put the remote all back together, and then it's ready for soldering on the new end. Make sure I get that wire all fed back through the proper way that it was secured in originally, and then put the back on. I may need to take that rubber band off. Nope, maybe not. Just going to strip away some of this plastic from the end of my original NES controller. Now, see here, I've drawn myself a diagram. The NES controller is on the left and the off-brand controller is on the right. The colors are slightly different, so I just have to make sure to match up the correct colors. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist together the colors that go together, and once that's done, I'm going to get the stuff ready to solder each one of these wires together. Okay. If you have a rubber sleeve to put over each one of these connections to connect it after you've done soldered it to protect it from touching each other, I would recommend doing that. I didn't have any rubber sleeves, so I'm going to use electrical tape, just some black electrical tape, to cover the connections and go over each one separately. Okay, you'll see that next. There we go. There's my electrical tape. I like to pull myself off a big piece first and then cut off of that. It makes working with the tape a lot easier. I'm just going to cut small pieces and go over the wires individually. After I'm done going over each one of them individually, I will go over all of it together. And because these are soldered together and not just twisted together, it is a lot stronger. It's a lot harder for them to pull apart. Okay. Make sure you are very careful not to have any metal, any of that copper metal from inside the wiring showing where they can touch each other. Okay. I'm going to be working on the end here. You can see the end of the plug is pulling loose just a little bit. I'm going to use some of this super strong super glue that I found at the store. I'm going to drop it into the end of the plug there, let it dry so it strengthens up the connection, and then after that I'm going to take the other end of the plug that was on the off-brand controller and I'm going to glue it over that. Okay, and as soon as this section is over, you will see what that looks like, what the finished product ends up looking like. Perfect. Alright, this is what it looks like. You see the glue's all dry, and now I have that extended piece that was from the other end of the cord. I pulled it off and put it onto this end and glued it all together. This glue that I found is really strong. I shouldn't have any problems with that falling off. Okay, now let's test it. Alright you guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I hope that it helped you guys that are trying to rebuild an old NES controller. If you liked the video, please like and share it, and please subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I'll see you next time.